So hello everyone, welcome back to the data science program and welcome back to the channel Future 4.0. In this video I'll be teaching you guys about Python data types, and one more thing I have to teach you guys is how to add comments to your Python code. So without wasting any time, I'll take you to the Google Colab file. So this is our Google Colab page. So first thing I have to teach you guys is how to add comments. So suppose we are taking a variable and we are storing two numbers, we are adding two numbers, 10 plus 20 if we are adding, and suppose what we'll do is we'll add comments adding two numbers. So what happens is when you are adding the comments, it provides additional information to the code, and that comment section is will not get executed. This part will get executed, but this part won't get executed. This is just to provide additional information to your code section. So what we can do here is we can print b, and when you do shift enter, you will get the output as 30. This part will not affect the code part, and the first cell will take some time. After this, after the first cell, it will run fast, and that's the problem with Google Colab. Okay, because I did not give the equal to sign here, and now if you run the cell, you will get output as 30. So what we understood from this is this comment section will not affect the code part. You can add your comments. You should know how to add comments, and you should add comments quite often, because when you're working in a team, and suppose if you're writing the code and someone comes after a week or after a month, so if you have a habit of writing comments, that guy will not get confused and he can understand your code better. So after this we'll study about the data types. Python, I'll tell you about data types first. See, all the programming languages, they have some data types. So what does it mean? It means that that programming language can deal with those number of data types. Here what we did is we added two numbers, 10 and 20. So that means Python can deal with numbers. That means Python can deal with integers. Suppose if you are printing something, suppose if you are printing a text, my favorite actor name only, Sushant Singh Rajput. So what does it mean? It means Python can deal with strings. Same way, all the programming languages have their own data types, and they can deal with those data types. Same way, Python can also deal with their data types. We'll discuss those data types one by one. So first data type we'll see is integer. We can print any number. Suppose we are printing 9999. We'll store it in a variable. I'll teach you guys about this assignment. Suppose whatever you are printing, you can store it in a variable. So suppose after this what we'll do is we'll just print a, and we'll do shift enter. We get the output as a 999. Okay, and suppose we are printing 9999999, and we do shift enter. Again we will see the output as 999. That means Python can deal with large numbers. You don't have to worry about numbers. Python can deal with large numbers. The second data types we'll see is strings, or you can call it as text. Suppose you are printing, I'll print my favorite actor's name only, Sushant Singh Rajput, and if you do shift enter, then you can see the output as Sushant Singh Rajput. You can print any text of your own choice. Just do print. You can write anything. You can write Salman Khan, or any text, whatever you want to print. You can print anything. The third data type is float. It's actually decimal, but in programming language we call it as float. So if you can print float as well, float, you can do 9.000999, and then if you do shift enter, you can get the output. This is the third Python data type. Now we'll see the other data type as which is boolean. Boolean. In boolean you can print true and false. True, do shift enter, print, and then you can print false. Do shift enter, you will get the output as false. So till now we studied strings, we studied integer, we studied decimal or float, then we studied boolean. These are the common ones, and now we'll study about string. We'll study about we already studied strings. We'll study about list now. List, you have a particular syntax for list. So if you want to print list, you have to provide anything, any number, any float, any boolean value under this syntax. Suppose we are printing 22 comma 55 comma 99 comma. This is the syntax. This square bracket opening and closing, under this only you have to print. So when you do shift enter, you will get this output as 22, 55 and 9. So this list, we'll study about list in details in the upcoming videos, and we'll study about strings as well. And there is a other Python data types which is very close to Python list, and we call that as tuple. The only difference I see, like, there is very less difference, but what you can see is, apart instead of this square bracket, you can use the opening and closing bracket what you used for the print statement. See, what we'll do here is print, and then under this we'll use one more bracket. This is the syntax for tuple, this opening and closing. Here you can add any number, and you do shift enter. See, we are getting this output. See, here we are getting this output in square bracket under, and here in tuple we are getting the output in this opening and closing round bracket. Both of the Python data types are almost similar. We'll study about this Python list. This is mutable. This tuple is immutable. You cannot do changes to tuple, but you can do changes to Python list. These are similar only. We'll study about these data types in future videos. In the upcoming videos, in next 2-3 days, we'll study about this list and tuple in details. So next is dictionary, Python dictionary. Python dictionary. What happens is, it has a key value player. There is a key, and the key has its value. So suppose I'll provide, and this has to be in curly bracket. See, what you have to do is, under this print, what we have to do is, we have to provide this curly bracket, and under this curly bracket only we have to provide key and value player. Suppose we are giving key as actor's name. This is key, and then you have to use this syntax, and after this, and this has to be in quotes. Sorry, I did some mistake here. Oh shit. And then provide value to Shant in Rajput. Do shift enter. See, we are getting the key and we are getting values. You can give as many keys and values as you can. What we'll see one more example of this dictionary. Suppose we are taking key as subjects names, maths, and we'll provide value as marks. Suppose you got 99 in mathematics, then after this you have to give this comma. Again you provide the other subject name as science in I always forget about this. Yeah, in this you provide value science. Suppose you got 75 or 76, whatever you are and then Hindi suppose you got 100 out of 100. So these are the subjects and you have to provide these key values under this curly bracket. Don't get confused, this bracket is for print, this opening and closing bracket is for print, and this curly bracket is for the dictionary part. So see, this print statement has an opening and closing bracket, and then this dictionary has a curly opening and curly closing bracket. Now you do shift enter and you will see key values player. See, this is the dictionary part, this is the key, mathematics number as value, science as a key, value as marks, Hindi as key, and value as 100. So this dictionary, and we have one more called sets. Sets also we have to provide it in curly bracket only. You provide any number, print, you provide a curly bracket. Here you don't have to provide key and value player, you just provide the value. Suppose we are using this, you do shift enter and you get the output as. So what we studied in this video, we studied about comments, we studied about Python data types. Under that we studied about integer, we studied about strings, we studied about decimal or float. In programming language we call it as float, boolean, and then list, tuple, dictionary, and set. One more thing I forgot, you can use a complex number as data types as well. Complex, but I don't think you in your entire journey you will ever use a complex number as data types, but still I'll just teach you guys complex numbers. Okay, print 99 plus 83J, and just do shift enter and you will get this output. This is the real part, this is the imaginary part. So we studied about comments, and we studied about these 9 Python data types, I think. So that's about this video. We'll be discussing about these data types one by one in detail in next 2-3 days. So hope you guys like this video. You can share it with your friends if you are studying in a group. Thank you for watching. Thank you.